Today on PTL.
Huni, Froggen, and the NA's European imports take on LazerBeams.
G2's PerkZ goes 1v1 with Quickshot.
And hey, where's your hand?
Because PrimeTime League starts right now.
Huni still in a bad spot, knocked around, Shadow saves it! Oh my word!
Smeb on the highest damage top catch anyone has ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rengar.
Welcome back to the LPL, Clearlove.
Welcome to Primetime League. We are actually Rivington Bison III and David Freak Turley, not puppets.
Now, of course, who would be puppets? Oh, apparently I'm being told we are puppets, and Riv, stick to the script.
Got it. All right, earlier this week, OPL busted out their new champ select. If you missed it, here's a peek.
Okay, waiting for Legacy, though, to lock in their final pick. Is 5 seconds now on the clock. Regret 9, considering
Whoa,
it the
what?
Cogmore? What?
That's silly.
I now really want to do that.
We actually could.
Yeah, okay.
But for now, we're scripted to say and talk about H2K's incredible AD carry Forgiven. And we're going to say something about by far.
Yeah, I mean, he's by far the best AD carry in Europe right now. This guy is absolutely incredible. I mean, you can just look like at the number of stats with ones by them. That's for first place. He's freaking ridiculous. The note I want to add is he's like the manliest AD carry I've ever seen. He doesn't even run magic resist on glyphs. He just runs attack speed and everything, which means if you play LeBlanc, you'll one-shot him if you ever see him on the Rift, but he still doesn't die. The guy posted a reactions like test thing, and he's like 30% faster than like the average human. So like he can actually just dodge skill shots that we can't. It's actually insane.
In the membrane. So while H2K's AD carry has dominated the spring statistically up until this split, he's come up short in one very important stat, which is wins versus losses. And it is important. By far the most dominant players in that category during the last couple LCS splits are going to be his former EU adversaries, Huni and Reignover, of course. The last time this top jungle duo dropped a regular season game in the LCS was March 20th, 2015. That is 314 days of regular season dominance.
And it's pretty incredible to think about when you consider what's happened in the last 314 days here in the world. Let's see, we've seen 94 LCS roster moves. TSM's given up first blood 19 times in the top lane. Hai is retired twice and he's still playing. And we discovered water on Mars. So not even of this world things have happened.
It's absolutely fantastic. What's next, Freak?
Water on Pluto. And it will once again become a planet.
Not even a planet anymore.
Who cares?
What is that? What's Pluto? And another event that's taking place during those 314 days. Team Impulse's Gate has achieved something no other LCS player has ever done in one weekend. On Saturday, Gate was in the mid lane when Tip shot Cloud9. Then on Sunday, Gate shifted to the top lane for Impulse's win over the Renegades. That means Gate is the first LCS player with 2 games while playing 2 different roles in one weekend. Gate also joins Counterlogic Gaming's Hotshot GG and Cloud9's Hai as the only LCS players to win a game at 3 different roles. Tip's Jack of all roles got a win as YellowStar versus TDK in Week 8 of last year's summer split, so that's where his 3rd win comes from.
Yep, and of course he'll be back on support as part of the starting lineup as well, so Gate's dominance or something can of course continue. Honestly, it's been really cool sort of watching Gate sort of traverse LCS now. We saw him fall short at the expansion tournament. Then he finally joined TIP really late as a weird roster addition. Yeah. But he's been such like a really positive guy. He's been really happy, but willing to roll with the punches. I've seen actually a lot of community outpouring for him as well. Just like people are like a fan of
Amazing person to have on your team as well.
Absolutely.
For the environment and what he provides for that.
Yeah, it's super awesome for him. And just to even be able to go 2-2 in like a revolving door of a roster as they're getting like a bunch of subs in and out and trying to get the full team together. But here finally this weekend, TIP will have a full intended starting lineup.
It's going to be amazing to see what they have. And WTF 5 gates. Yep, that. You know, the dynamic gate is one thing that we might have to get used to here. So while Gate might have tied Hai's record for most roles with a win and maybe being able to play every position, he might still have a way to go before he matches Hai's win in the most important role for Cloud9, and that's as a shot caller.
If the last split and the last 2 weeks have taught us anything, it's that High is, I think, definitely Cloud9's most valuable player.
It's hard to argue against that.
I mean, really, like, there's so few players you can look at in professional league and see such a huge difference in their teams when they're on the game and when they're not in the game.
And we actually do have a lot of historical data for this. I mean, lifetime with High, Cloud9 has a 75% win rate. 4.8 team KDA. Obviously, this is including their first 2 seasons where they absolutely dominated North American LCS. But without High, lifetime is only a 25% win rate, and the team KDA drops to 2.2. Also, remember, the legend kind of around High's mythical shot calling did kind of start last year, where they took him out, they brought over Jensen to try and have this a little bit more mechanically gifted mid laner and try and raise them that extra little bit. But they fell down to 9th place without him and then decided they had to take out Meteos just to get High back in there on the team doing that shot calling. I mean, they had a 58% win rate with High that year and a 30% win rate without him. So the stats are a little bit different there. Dropped definitely the overall win rates. Yeah. But as you can see, there's still a big difference with High and without it.
Right, it's still doubled in 2015. Meanwhile, 2016, infinitely higher, man. 2-0 versus 0-2. I mean, you can't make better data than that.
Yeah, I mean, the start of this season is also backing it up, even though it's a very small sample size. With High, they're obviously 2-0, team KDA 6.7. Without High, 0-2, 1.2 KDA. But obviously, this is a very small sample size, especially this year. There are a lot of other factors that went into that. The drafts, a lot of people are talking about, a lot better when High was on the team. Yeah. And also, their opponents are different. But the thing is, Bunny Fufu is obviously a very good support player in League of Legends, and people are wondering what are the other factors that High brings? This leadership that we keep talking about, this shot calling that we keep talking about. We need evidence.
Yes, well, we have evidence, Kobe.
Aha.
That's why we're here. It's like we planned it. It's like it's scripted or something.
Thank God we have that.
Actually, this show is a little bit scripted. Either way, we actually do have a sound from an LCS game of High shot calling.
Lucian flashed, Lucian flashed, Lucian flashed. I need help, I need help, I need help. We're here. I got nothing. I'm waiting. LeBlanc?
Nice. I can't get to him.
Okay. You guys are fine to push, Stick say. Push.
Yeah, so honestly, quite clear, but real quick to sort of bring up the contrast, we do have a clip of Bunny Fufu shot calling as well.
Ulti me.
Oh shit, I'm dead. I'm trying to go. Can you taunt anyone?
I'm going. Oh shit.
Careful, they're up here, careful. Careful. Stay back, come back. Can we poke this out?
I might be dead.
I don't know. I don't think we can fight this.
So, Bunny is making, fairly clear calls. He's not really wasting words. He's being sort of concise. These are obviously 2 different scenarios where they're ahead in one and they're behind in one. But High, you can just hear him more clearly.
Yeah.
Just the actual voice, and the way that he projects. Also, I kind of noticed that the rest of the team is a little bit quieter when, High is shot calling, and with Bunny shot calling, there are other voices.
Yeah, just the comms in general are just much more clipped. Like, it's just way easier to follow what High is saying than what Bunny is saying via everything that's happening there. So you can see some small evidence there.
Yeah, I mean, I played rank 5s with High on the team, and it's just, you feel so much more relaxed because he's so clear and he's so committed. He's so committed to the call. All your doubts kind of fade away, and you're just like, okay, yes, I'll do whatever you say, Master High.
And you go to Worlds a couple times because of it. Either way, guys, the North American rosters aren't due until Thursday afternoon Pacific time. But if this week's North American Game of the Week doesn't want to turn into a reincarnation of TIP versus C9, I know, it kind of makes sense that you might want to start High when they take on TSM.
Recently, PTL correspondent LazerBeams sat down with some of North America's European imports to see how well they're adapting to the challenges of life in the US of A.
As a child, it was terrifying to sleep over at a new friend's house. Maybe the food sucks, or you fart. Now imagine moving to a new continent, but not just for one night, but forever. I sat down with the European imports to see how smooth the transition has been, and to help them assimilate to the ways of the greatest country in the world, America. Welcome to 3 Minutes, and more importantly, America. Before we begin, I have a welcoming present for you. It's a bow tie, and it lights up.
And a star. Thank you.
It's a Hillary Clinton bottle opener. You just put the bottle right in her mouth. Here you go.
Thanks, bro. Wow, looks really great.
Did you know how to speak American before you came here, or did you learn when you got here?
You mean English?
No, American. Is it weird using non-metric keyboards and mouses?
It's very weird. Yeah. That's something I haven't gotten used to yet.
How has your experience here been so far, and how are you adjusting?
Everything was nice, but the first day I got here, it was rainy. And I was like, whoa, is this California?
Like, I'm just getting used to LA right now. But I like the foods.
Now, I've handpicked a series of test questions, the answers to which will give you everything you need to know to flourish in the greatest country in the world, America.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
You just got a new car. You're about to pull out of the driveway. Which side of the road do you drive on?
On the right side.
Excellent. You're at a strip club. The exotic dancer walks up to you and asks...
Which one? Strip... what?
Strip club.
What is that?
Where the ladies dance.
Oh, okay.
The exotic dancer walks up to you and asks, "Can I take you for a ride in the champagne room, Big Daddy?" What do you answer?
I'll say yes, obviously.
It's always no. It's always a trick.
Okay.
Do you know the great American Dan Bilzerian?
Dan Bilzerian?
I do, yes.
Have you seen his Instagram?
Yeah, I like it.
Me too.
Dan...
Bilzerian.
Bilzerian? No. Is it you?
No. I wish. Translate this American slang. Damn, sugar dumpling, you got some cake. I'm finna smash that.
Well,
it's okay.
Can I, yeah, now I need to use the right words. Yeah, it's like, hey babe, can I basically, so.
What is the best thing about America?
Good question. What is the best thing in America?
Fast food.
Freedom.
I think I love the temperature.
Huni, in the NA.
You're damn right, Huni. Thank the dear Lord that these Europeans had the opportunity to sit down with me so I could help them avoid any future American ridicule. How do I know so much, you ask? Well, I'm Canadian. This isn't an opinion. It's science. This is LazerBeams for 3 minutes.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Quickshot, joined by Crepo. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the teams at the top of the table in the European LCS and what we're going to expect of their games coming into week number 3. Let's start with the big name in EU LCS, Fnatic. This is a team that really is not looking great. They're 2-2 at the moment. They're playing G2 this week, which I think is going to be a tough task for them. And we're starting to see some of those rough edges with these roster swaps that Fnatic have not necessarily landed on their feet with just yet.
Yeah, we've seen great things from Fnatic in terms of tenacity, you know, coming back from some rough early games so far, especially in their game against H2K. The way they managed to... They were at the brink of defeat against this very macro-heavy H2K, but then they found the right teamfight, mostly due to Febiven's split-pushing pressure game, that he held his team in the match right there, and then finally, they managed to break free. But at the same time, you gotta look at, like, how did they get into situations like these, and we started looking at the gold. Fnatic, on average, is down 1,100 gold at 10 minutes. And a lot of that is actually due to their bot lane, so Reckless and Noxiac, they're really not working as a well-oiled machine, and maybe Reckless trying to shock call and play AD carry at the highest level right now is getting a little tough because he's having some pretty bad stats.
One of the things I like as well, all 4 games, Fnatic have given up first blood. You contrast that to Summer Split, where most of their games, 3 out of 4, they were getting first blood. It really is a stark contrast in terms of losing these players and, you know, still trying to learn how they work together. Talking about making some changes, Origin are the other team that are struggling. Last week, you know, they're making mistakes. 1-3 at the minute. You said it yourself. Do you want to build a throw man? Continually making mistakes. They're not on the same page as...
That's a snowman. Okay, that happens at PTL. Okay.
And, you know, like, it just feels like there's bigger problems for a team that should have been the clear leader coming into spring. They weren't ready.
Yeah, definitely they're having some issues, and more so if we look back, the reason that many of us, I think including ourselves, projected Origin to be the #1 team in the league is because they had such a good existing framework that they could then plug in Power of Evil as like a plug-and-play mid laner. You know, he can lane pretty well, play a decent amount of champions. He doesn't have to do much difference than Expected did, and suddenly Origin should be able to do well. But suddenly, everything starts falling apart. We see it in many team fights from Origin. The communication is just lacking.
Yeah, they really are. Not in the same page. After this sort of disengage from OG, Sven just disappears. Running top. Look at the mini-map. He's nowhere near. Finally starts to join in. It feels like the shot calling is still just a bit rusty for this squad. And, you know, they do have some time to figure it out, but it is running out quickly because they're in a losing record.
Yeah, and again, after the fight, he's moving top again, and we see Power Evil and Amazing path straight aggressively into mid lane. And if that's not worse for wear, they don't even disengage right now. They keep walking in. It's like they only have a forward button right now. They can't rewind. They can't go back. And of course, Vitality, they will capitalize on those mistakes. A team that themselves is still one in the making right now, but they're making some really good aggressive plays.
Yeah, very proactive, very aggressive. Shook in particular has been sort of all or nothing, but last week it was those all plays, catching Power of Evil out that allowed Vitality to win. And I think if they play proactive and aggressive again, it's going to help them against H2K coming up this week.
Yeah, it does help if Power of Evil doesn't use his flash right there, but yeah, definitely looking forward. What we saw from Vitality this game, they did fall behind early game, and if they do that again against H2K this week, H2K with a phenomenal macro game that they play, it could be a pretty quick stomp on H2K's side. But if the game goes even, we have some exciting matchups. In the top lane, we have 2 of the top 3 top laners. It's a little bit of a jumble,
I get
you know?
that too.
We have Odo Omne and Kawashard facing off against each other. If that's not your type of deal, we can lane swap. We have the best lane swapping team in the league. If that's not your deal and you just want to watch 2v2 bot, we have Yarnan and Kasing facing off against Vander and Forgiven. Like, there's so many good storylines, matchups in H2K versus Vitality. I can't wait for it to start.
I'm looking forward to that Hyanan versus Forgiven matchup because of how strong these two duo have worked together. And Forgiven's just like such a league leader in all of these stats. So we'll find out how they perform. It will be on Thursday, and the EU LCS games start at 6 o'clock CET. We'll see you there.
Can we just have like Justin Bieber as like champ select music?
No. No, we can't.
When Huni comes you, he does like holo. If you do holo, you get popular.
Really?
Yeah, do it.
No.
They will try so hard to kill me, guys.
No, I'm gonna carry a lot and then I'm gonna eat every steak.
Help Huni.
I'm going.
Ulti.
Head back.
I'm really low.
Look. I'm coming.
Nice.
Oh my god, you shook your so good.
Yeah, go. Go! Let's go!
Nice,
boys. Kill him! Nice!
Life's better with compliments.
I honestly just really like your positive lifestyle.
Smiling,
Everyone's smiling, but just Kiwi Kid is the best smile.
Kiwi Kid's positive lifestyle.
You just kill backside.
Okay, let's back out. Nice, guys.
Okay,
reset.
Nice job.
Tom Kench bottom.
Okay, I'll go bot.
Tom Kench bottom. The rest of us forward mid.
Push mid.
Come mid.
Oh, go. Yeah, you're gonna die. Nice. I got TP.
Oh my god. Really close.
Jake, switch your icon.
I'm always a teddy bear, guys.
If you switch to the Wolves and you do it with the team, I'll give you $5.
Hell no.
Oh my god, it's worth $5 to have that there?
Does Gangplank have flash?
No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. Okay, kill Gangplank. Okay, alright, careful.
Still haven't gotten a Penta.
You know?
Dude, you're not gonna
Only
get a
reserved for some of us. The greatest Corkies of all time. Like me and Captain Jack.
Oh,
Fiora!
Nice! Fiora!
Yeah! Nice!
Fiora!
Nice!
Go mid.
We can just push mid.
Hey guys, shake hand.
Shake him out. Oh, they're doing the handshakies. Look at them.
Handshake.
Oh yeah, we'll do it too.
Nice. I'm dead.
Get back.
Right side. Walk up. Frontline.
Tankage. Nice, frontline. We can end here.
We can end, okay? Just come down. We can take it.
Take yourself.
Kill Jana. Nice, guys. Holy
How did we win?
And Welcome back to Berlin and PTL's 1v1 me, bro. This is the challenge that pits the pros against the world's toughest questions. Now, I'd like to welcome G2's mid laner PerkZ to the PTL as well as to the LCS after qualifying from Challenger. How are you feeling to be on the show, man?
Hey, dude, I'm feeling great.
Awesome. Now, I have got a lot of questions for you, and the process is simple. I'm going to shoot these questions at you over 90 seconds. If you do not know the answer to a question, just say pass. Try it for me now.
Pass, bro.
Okay, nice. Pass, bro. I like the addition. What we're going to do is we're going to keep track of how many answers you get correct. And at the end of the 90 seconds, we're going to put your name and your face on the leaderboard. And you're going to be first in a race of one. Got it? Right. Now, let's get these questions ready. They're brought to you by the smartest minds at PTL. And we're going to start with some simple ones, shall we? Countdown on 3, 2, 1. Which European mid laner has got the most kills?
Me.
Nice. How many kills do you have?
15.
I like this. Which European mid laner has the highest KDA?
Ryu.
Okay, 3 for 3. Let's get difficult. How many kilometers is it to the moon? Come on.
10,000.
No, you're wrong. First blood or first tower?
First tower.
Nice. Okay, nice one. Taylor Swift, Katy Perry, or Justin Bieber?
Taylor Swift.
Nah, you're a Bieber fan. Correct. Who's the most handsome pro in the European LCS?
Me.
Oh, I can see it. What is your most embarrassing habit? You don't have to be truthful.
I don't have bad habits.
Don't have bad habits. I'll accept that one. How many red and silver squares are on Croatia's coat of arms?
13.
And that's one color. You're
And
halfway
12,
there.
white.
I like it. 13, 12. You know your flag. Do the Illuminati exist?
Yes.
No, they told me they
What?
don't.
Really?
How much gold does it cost to buy an Athene's and Sorcerer's boots?
3.8k.
Oh, so close. 3,900. Next set of questions. Who is the best North American import?
PerkZ, of course.
Of course, he's better than everyone. Who has better food, Italy or France?
Italy.
I agree with that. I hear you speak some Italian. Last question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No.
Oh, the answer is yes. I'm afraid you got that one wrong. So, final score. Production will give this one to me in just a moment. 11 correct answers. Congratulations, Perk. You are the first one in 1v1 me, bro. Do you think anyone's going to beat that score?
No one can beat me, anyone.
No one can beat him 1v1. First of all, congratulations. Thank you again. Best of luck in your match against the Unicorns of Love coming up on the LCS this week.
Well, we have to wait till Friday to watch the Unicorns and G2 go 1v1 in the Rift. The BFingest BF game of the week took place Wednesday morning over in South Korea. The ROX Tigers avenged their world's loss by taking out the world champs SKT 2-1.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty incredible. ROX Tigers, they are the team to beat right now. They are 4-0 in series, and it's not because of an easy schedule. They had to beat Longzhu, who's super hyped up. They just beat SKT. They beat KT Rolster. They beat Siege. Okay, that one's not as bad. But honestly, ROX Tigers are the team. They are the team right now. You talk about SKT a little bit. Duke has not been doing as well as Marin. I don't think people are very surprised, but the actual difference in sort of strength there is actually pretty big.
Yep.
Fager's still doing well. He had a couple of Sandra games. He had a Quinn game as well, but wasn't able to really hard carry. Either way, ROX Tigers, crazy good.
I'm excited to see because we've kind of seen this by that team, that organization before. Where's the international tournament in the middle of the season? If there's going to be one, what's
if
it
they
going
can
to be?
keep on till
Can they
MSI,
do it?
that's going to be awesome.
We'll see it. And now with 2 matches completed in the LCK's Week 3, the standings look like this. ROX is rocking the LCK at a perfect 4-0 with the surprising Jin Air Green Wings and Samsung Galaxy tied for second. If you look way down the standings, you'll find preseason favorites SKT and Longzhu Gaming.
Meanwhile, in the LPL, the table is set for Week 3 and looks like this. Chaoku and Royal Never Give Up are both 4-0 in their series. QG hasn't even dropped a single game, so they've 2-0'd 4 times so far. That's really impressive in the first 2 weeks so far. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the table, you're seeing a freshman team in Hyper Youth Gaming and LGD pretty much winless.
Yep. So while Hyper Youth Gaming is a roster of young, energetic, less known players, 2015 Summer Split champions LGD is stacked with superstars. But despite a roster that includes Imp, PYL, Wayless, changed his name again, and World's MVP Marin, LGD is struggling, and so is their new top laner.
I mean, it's really incredible, like, that this is even happening at all. Marin is continuing to get absolutely wrecked. He's getting camped pretty damn hard, so he's got still a less than 1 KDA across 7 games so far. Who would have thought that dropping TBQ was the worst roster change that LGD's ever made, because now their top laners can't even float the boat anymore. Amy not really holding up well enough here. It's ridiculous. Again, this is the Summer Split champions. LG was supposed to be the good team, and it's just completely fallen apart. It's really, really heartbreaking. The Mara and Morgana game wasn't very good. It's just this team is shattered, and they got to find something to work.
Well, a lot of teams use Spring Split to kind of build and whatnot. We expected that to be good on paper, good on the Rift, but I guess they have a little bit to work towards. And another preseason favorite that got off to a slow start in the LPL was EDG, but last week Clear Love returned, and the fully armed and operational roster looked impressive once again.
Oh man, EDG with Clear Love. Who would ever doubt Clear Love? He is so good. 8.5 KDA across 2 games. First game played Nocturne alongside TF mid from Pond. So that was sweet. They wrecked some people. Then he played some AD Rengar, and he wrecked some people some more. I don't know why I'm smiling. I hate Rengar, as does most of League of Legends, but I mean, when Clear Love dominates, it's fun to watch. This guy's super good. Sub 31-minute victories. Yeah, when you get a world-class jungler, this is what happens.
It's always. Well, we have the NA Rengars. We get to watch Rengar online. It's like the Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
Just jumping and dancing all over.
It's a very tamed lion, if you will.
So now let's shift across the Taiwan Strait to the LMS, where they kicked off their Week 3 on Thursday. AHQ remains unbeaten and atop the standings while they continue to platoon Westor and Chowie in the mid lane. Extreme Gamers Esports hasn't lost a series and sit in second after putting down the Flash Wolves last week. This week they face the Taipei Assassins as they fight to prove they belong at the top of the standings.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Twitter. So now that we're done with the pleasantries, it's time for some tough love. We're 2 weeks into the Spring Split, and we still have 0 correct answers on Twitter. It's disheartening. It's shameful. It's so sad. Even LGD feels sorry for us. I mean, they've at least won a game. Last week, we asked which champion will have the highest win percentage across both LCS regions, and for a chance at the Hall of Fame, exactly what will that win percentage be? Well, the answer was Cassiopeia. She went 2-0. 100% win rate. 100% getting the Twitter question wrong rate as well. It's okay. We'll move on. It was last week. Don't get rattled. Swallow the venom. Shed your past mistakes. Let's try again and move on here. This week, our question centers around the undefeated teams in the Premier regions. That's the LMS's AHQ and Extreme Gamers, the LPL's Chaogu and Royal Never Give Up, Korea's Rox Tigers, and North America's Immortals. These are the 6 unbeaten teams in the 5 Premier regions. This week's Twitter question: tell us which of the 6 unbeaten teams will be the first to lose a match. Now that means for teams that play BO2s or BO3s, that is losing 2 games in a series. You have to lose a match, not a single game. For a chance at the Hall of Fame, also tell us the average game time of that ill-fated series within 30 seconds. So if I said RNG in 38:30, I'd have between 38 minutes and 39 minutes. That's how you're going to do it. Now, to try and become the first person to get a Twitter question right all year, make sure to send your answers to @LolEsports and use the hashtag PTL. So good luck, everyone. You're probably going to need it.
Now let's move from the fantasy to the fantastical as we count down the 5 best plays from Week 2 in this edition of the Penta. Leaping into number 5, it was OG Sven with the slick sidestep.
Gives you just a gold advantage because, hang on, you're finally seeing an aggressive play here. No more extra movement speed. Jukes the taunt. All right, let's watch that again. That's just sick. This is why Sven is one of the best just AD carries, in my opinion, in the world when he plays on his A game.
It was Quinn for the win as RNG's Looper and HYG's March dueled it out in our number 4 play.
Looper might have to use it defensively, will pop it in, but the flash on Burrow is going to come out. Minions here actually might be enough damage. Blind is through! Looper, massive outplay, takes out March. So Looper able to get the flash, and March is fighting in the middle of a creep wave here. The blind goes down, as well as a really nice backflip.
At number 3, the Rox Tigers' Smeb devoured his enemies on KT Rolster.
이 타이밍 위험해. 혀 맞으면 위험해요. 혀 맞으면 위험해요. 자, 이 상황. 전전 초반에 때리면 이게 없어요.
원거리. 정민 나왔어요.
At number 2, EU Challengers Millennium's Masterwork found himself in for the long haul when he went fishing for Huma's Godbro.
But that was round 2, and Willib was not getting away from that one. Nice Black Shield.
He's following all the way! And because the Black Shield was down, he gets the flay and the box. Pretty comes in, finishes them off. What was that?
Survived! Lands the hook.
Right
and the
as
last
it was
second. Oh my, that lantern range as well? Are you kidding me? What even was that? That was insane.
And drifting into number 1, Immortals Adrian knocked the wind out of TSM sails with this breathtaking monsoon play.
Huni and Hans are in a bit of a battle, and Huni knocked into the air to make this charm, and of course he's going to rake for that one with riposte. Now Huni still in a bad spot, knocked around. Shanna saves it! Oh my word! Immortals keeping it alive. Adrian is a superhero.
Here's hoping for more awesome plays in the upcoming weeks of the LCS, but I still want to take a look back at last week in the NALCS, where Jat shocked everyone with his use of modern slang.
And I refuse to credit High for this play. There is so much that happens with the other Cloud9 players that is better, but there's no way High was like, yo, Jensen, body these guys 1v2, and we good. It just doesn't work that way. That's not how League of Legends works.
So, while High approved of Jat's use of body these guys, words are a dangerous weapon in the hands of the uneducated. That's why we've got a special League of Learning in this week's Last Hit.
Welcome to a special edition of League of Learning. Now, Jat is on sabbatical today, but we have a special guest professor, Dyrus, PhD in dank memes. Welcome to the show.
Hello, class.
Okay, so I have a question for you here, as you know more than I do. Last week on the North American LCS, Jat used the phrase, body these fools. I want to make sure his use of body was correct here.
Yes, it was a verb, which means to straight up murder someone.
Okay, then could he have used also the phrase, savage these fools?
No, because in that kind of sense, savage is an adjective, and it means to describe someone or something.
Okay, so if it's going to describe something, let me try some then. LGD is savage.
LDG is sad, so no. Okay.
CLG is savage.
They're pretty mediocre, so yeah, kind of, not really.
Okay, damn. At least we're improving though. So my puns are savage. Okay, that was savage?
You're getting it, freak.